Hey guys and girls of the interwebs, I'm Ian.
And I'm Lindsay.
And this is a Ballroom Blitz.
Today's Blitz is all about the forward lock in the Quickstep, a very useful one and a fun one. So let's have a look at it. So this figure is following a classic pattern that comes up a lot in the Quickstep, where we have a slow for a drive, then we're rising up onto our toes for some kind of chassé, in which case this is the lock. So we have a quick to take a step and then lock the foot, a slow to come out of that chassé, and then ready for the leader's drive step after that into the next figure.
So Leeds, from your point of view, this figure can commence in line or outside of partner, although most of the time you will probably be commencing it outside of partner. Irrespective of that, the first step is a driving heel on the right foot, slow. We're going to take a side step to commence our locking chassé with a quick up on the toes. We're going to come down with a toe lower after that. And the next step, this is the one that has to proceed outside of partner. So you will be taking a driving heel on the right foot and you will be taking it basically into whatever figure comes next, but it has to come outside of partner. There's no option to move in line with this final step. So in its entirety, it would look like in line or outside, slow, step lock, come down off the toe, proceed outside of partner.
For the followers, I'm going to demonstrate this both ways so that you can see. We're starting with a backward step on our left. That's our partner's drive, so it will be low. We'll feel them rise up, and that will be our cue to rise up as well. So we're coming up onto our toes, back with the right, locking in front with the left, and ready for a slow lowering the heel, coming out of that lock. They will then drive past us, so we are backwards on the left foot again into our next figure. From the other side, we have slow, quick, slow, slow.
Slow, quick, slow, slow. Slow, quick, slow, slow.
So even though most of these steps in this figure are outside, we still want to have contact right hip to right hip. We still want to be in a nice, comfortable, closed position. This is not an excuse to go, oh, I have to step outside and really twist away from each other. Just puts pressure where it doesn't want to be.
That's right. And leaders, even though you can daisy chain these, even though it's technically possible to do forward lock, forward lock, forward lock, that's a boring as batshit quick step, and it's really uncomfortable for the followers. Please don't do it. Experiment with it, use it in cases where you kind of need to, but if that is your standard quick step, get yourself to someone that can teach you a few more figures, because it's really A, boring, B, uncomfortable, and C, just poor choreography.
Now, we often get questions from the followers saying, how do I know it's a lock step and not something else that's a sort of more traditional chassé where you just put your feet together? One of the major cues for us to know that it's a lock step is that this one doesn't turn. So a lot of our other figures that sort of operate in the same way, a drive step and then some kind of chassé, usually have some kind of turn either to right or left. This one shouldn't have any, and that's one of our big clues that it is a lock.
That's right. And the other clue is, of course, it should move in a diagonal fashion. There should be some diagonal component. If you're moving dead straight with your hips, it's really hard to lock. And if you're moving dead square with your hips, it's also really hard to lock and even harder to feel if you're the follower and you don't know if this is an actual lock or not. So there should be a forward and a sideward component, diagonalizing those hips to make it easier for you to lock forward or behind and feel for the follower.
Locks and chassés in general are such a staple of our Quickstep. So make sure you try this one out on the social floor next time a Quickstep comes on.
That's it for today's Blitz, guys and girls. Don't forget to like,
comment,
share,
and subscribe.
And smash that notification button so you know when the next one comes out.